Hello, welcome back. In part one of conditional expression, we look at the if statement, multiple if statement, etc. In this session, we are going to look at blocks in Scala. Now, we have discussed block briefly in previous lectures. We said a block is delimited by braces. Now, inside the braces, then we have our code. That is a sequence of statement, or it could be an expression. Now, so that the definitions inside a block are only visible within the block. So as we have multiple blocks within a project, variables defined within the block is not visible in the other block unless we make it global. Now also we can have block expression. And the last expression in the block defines the return value. So for example, we have a block that returns a value. When you look at this, val distance double equals to this block of expression, which is a sequence of statement. Here we define dx to be x minus x0, just an assumption, dy, etc. So the return value is the square root of this expression. So the distance will contain this value. So it means this block returns the value. The value is the square root of these variables. Now we can use a block also at the end of an assignment. So this one returns nothing. It's like a void in other languages. So block can be used as an expression that returns a value or probably returns nothing. We can also return a value from if-else expression. So when you look at this statement, we are returning the result of if expression into a variable. So when we say var result string is equal to if statement. So this is the beginning of the if expression. So say if mark is greater than equal to 85, A, which means to return A if this expression is true. Else, if this expression return B. So at the end, when you print, your result will either be B, A, B, C, D, or E. So the return value are the code or the statement within the block. So here, because it's a single statement, we don't bring the block. So A, B, C, and D will be the return value. So we can also return a value from an if expression. So take note of that. Now, also, instead of defining multiple if-else statements, we can use an alternative called the match statement. Now, the match statement is similar to the switch statement we use in other languages. So, for example, this is the match syntax. So, we have the value that will store the data we want to evaluate. Then we say match. Then within the block, say that case, this pattern, then the statement. Case, a pattern that we are going to measure, then the statement. Then here we have the kills else. So an input value of any type will be evaluated by the match. Each case is an alternative, which includes a pattern and one or more statement. Now we have the else part being else underscore, which is equivalent to the else, the default. So when you look at this example, we input a value into choice, and it's an integer. That will be matched against each constant value 1, 2, 3, etc. So we say choice match. If case is 1, we print January. Case is 2, February, in that sequence until case is 12, December. Anything outside 1 to 12 is the else. Then we can print unknown. We can also separate multiple alternatives. So suppose several different patterns requires the same logic to be executed. we can use the pipe symbol. So for example, we have a value stored in a day, then say choice match, case 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 equals to weekday, then case 6 and 7 equals to weekend. Then the case else is unknown day. So we can also use this format. So in summary, the if statement may optionally have an else statement or more else if clause. Then instead of a code block, we use the curly bracket. We can also use the match statement to allow pattern matching. And both if and match are actually expressions that returns a value. So this is the theoretical concept about conditional statement. In the next lecture, we are going to practice what we have learned theoretically. We are going to code it to see how it behaves. So subscribe to this channel, click on the subscribe button, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime we upload new videos. So in the part 3 of this conditional expression, we are going to start to code. We are going to use our IntelliJ environment to start coding all these examples. So see you in the next lecture. Bye-bye.